Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call, May 9th, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern. We talk a lot about our divine self, our power. And our power is housed in this body. And we're moving towards a state of real everlasting pleasure, of endless oceans of bliss and exquisite mountains of freedom. If you open everything, open yourself to seeing everything in your life as a spiritual adventure. Everything. You relate to every experience from the soul's perspective. You see the cosmic play happening in front of you, and it is the greatest, grandest stage in all existence. All relationships are your mirrors and reflect back to you what may be seen or unseen inside. When we understand that this absolute divineness inside of us, this master, it is a connection, it is a piece of the master of all masters, of all knowing and all seeing. And it is a direct communication with the grand of all grandness of creation. Absolute divineness. And imagine this, that everybody has a preconceived idea of God. What is this God? What is this? And it is a absolute divine. It is the ultimate of divineness. This energy, this beingness that we're part of. And very rarely do we truly, humbly communicate. And interestingly enough, when you know with every single piece of you, with all that makes you, that this absolute divinity, this all-powerful source, is always here, now, instantly, and easily available to assist you at any moment you are in need. And when you, each and every one of us, know that the magic comes in when you start knowing this truth with every cell of your body. It is total acceptance of your divinity, of who and what you are. Can you imagine this? That you move to an understanding in total humbleness and appreciation that every cell in your body, that you know and are totally connected to the Grand Master of all that there is, ever was, ever will be. The ultimate divinity. And you can communicate with this ultimate divinity. You can discuss with this ultimate divinity any situation you may be experiencing. As if you were sitting no ridicule. There's no right or wrong. It is you connected with the ultimate divinity of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. You can discuss anything. But see, it must be with every piece of you that you do this. You can't be halfway done or half disbelieving and half believing. It must be from all that you are. And oftentimes we experience a problem, worry, fear. And you know that this ultimate divinity is always there to assist you. And not to think about, a lot of people go, oh gosh, I get connecting with this ultimate divinity, this God source. You get fearful. What if I actually do communicate with this source? What am I going to do? So you're brave. You step into the unknown. You go through your ordinary routine that you do every week. But you act as if the ultimate, wisest, masters of masters is having a communication with you. And if you're conscious and ever present and honor the communication that happens by offering your deepest concerns, questions, and problems you're truly facing. And oftentimes we hit a block. We hit an immovable obstruction. It's something that distracts us or completely stops us from feeling connected. And you really want to bring this situation to the ultimate divinity. And actually, it's a cry for healing and a fuel for profound transformation in life. Anytime you hit a block or a wall in this life is a very good thing. All it means is that your mind and body is calling to become lighter, move beyond the heaviness inside. You step one step at a time. This is a great spiritual adventure that we're on. Everything is an adventure. And that venture can become the most revolutionary. The smallest adjustment in each of our perceptions of reality can create a monumental change in our entire direction, in our life, and where it takes us. And the quieter, and this is an old Zen saying, which goes like this: the quieter you can become, the more you're able to hear. The quieter you can become, the more you're able to hear. By quieting the mind, we've talked about this, we automatically are falling deeper within ourselves and getting closer towards this ultimate divinity. You don't have to struggle inside or push far beyond the stars to create this connection. It isn't something that is just, unbearable to do. You are establishing a divine relationship, which means you are willing to give up your Lone Ranger attitude in life and accept the fact that you are never alone. And we've talked about this over and over again. You must admit to yourself that this divineness, this ultimate divinity, this ultimate master of masters, God, has always been there and is always willing to give you instant access to profound states of love, empowerment, feelings of abundance, joy that are more amazing than you could ever possibly take in. So we view ourselves as being alone. And you can see that's a disconnection. That is a disconnection. Literally. And anytime you are alone, see, you imagine all the people on this planet right now as I'm talking that are alone, that feel alone, that feel depraved. That's the most powerful time to practice turning your attention inside and allowing this ultimate divinity and having an honest conversation to unfold within you. And your highest consciousness, your highest conscious and intelligence knows you better than you know yourself. So you don't have to be embarrassed, guilty, or shy about anything. And some people are. They've already seen you before you were even naked, before you were even you. And this source, this ultimate divinity, however you identify it, the God source, has already been listening to your plight from the very beginning and can only respond with the most gentle, benevolent, infinitely loving, forgiving kindness. So you have nothing to lose but your grip on the ego and mind. You have nothing to lose but your grip on the ego mind. Whenever you feel separate, alone and isolated, it is the ego mind that is creating this illusion, and this ultimate conversation is most powerful way. It is the most powerful way to break free from it. We have already proven that the quantum field of energy around us is an intelligent soup that we cannot be separate from. We talk about the golden ocean. Every thought and feeling passing through you is a free ticket to realizing this. Every thought and feeling that passes and flows through you is an absolute open free ticket to realizing this. And this ultimate divinity, this God source, knows what thoughts you need to wake up, and is constantly redirecting the experiences to you, which will bring you home to your highest self. Don't judge your experience no matter how horrifying it may seem. Don't judge your experience no matter how horrifying, no matter how horrible, no matter how frightening it may be or seem. And guys, there are no mistakes in this all-intelligent conscious soup. It always, and always will, and always has, knows what's best for your soul's highest evolution. Our job is simply to be receptive. Allow ourselves to receive the greatest wisdom and life direction that we are needing. And as time progresses, we will find this divine conversation will offer the best guidance that we could ever ask for. And you'll soon realize that you were never, ever alone. So, in today's meditation, the ultimate divinity. Now, can you picture, visualize all of our brothers and sisters and all of this civilization there with that, connected with that? Can you see what is getting ready to, with a super powerful upsurge of this civilization? Every single one of us. We are all together, yet we seem far apart. you will, go to the place where you will not be interrupted. And while I talk, you're going to want to relax. Relax the mind. Relax the body. Move yourself into the now, into the peace, into the happiness, into bliss. Go perfectly quiet. Only in the now. This negates wandering off into the future, even minutes from where you were at, or wandering off into the past, even seconds from where you're at. Stay in the now. Move into peace. Move into humbleness. Move into quiet. Just be. You'll find that your body, the physical aspects of it, will begin to relax, soothe. Your shoulders will drop, your lower back will dispel tension, anxieties, and stress. Your body will become buoyant, in peace. A field will be created all around you, filtering out any disruption that may come your way. And you're in the now. As you're doing this, and I'm talking, you're going to want to breathe. You want to breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And you want to breathe in and hold it, 1001, 1002, 1003. And exhale through the mouth. While I'm talking, you want to do this at least 6 times. As you breathe in, remember the ultimate divinity, the God source, the collective consciousness of the universes. You're breathing in what it all is, ever has been, ever will be. The collective consciousness of all civilizations that ever have been, ever will be, and ever are. It is continual. It is massive. It is the highest high of ultimate divineness. And you're breathing this in. This is a communication that comes to you. And while you're quiet, while you're in peace, while you're in humbleness, it talks to you. Always talking to you. Always communicating with you. And in this divine positive energy, you begin to realize that you have no fear. That your stress is self-created. That your anger is self-created. That you feel that, you're being communicated to through the divineness of the God source. That you are wonderful. You are expansive. You're deeply loved. You're embraced. You're cared for. And you're watched. Always. And it encourages you to communicate with it, to talk with it, with this divine energy that you are part of. It is the master. You're a piece of the master. So you communicate with the master, and it tells you and it communicates with you. I have this situation. What should I do about this, and how should I respond to it? Why am I feeling this way? Can you shed some light on that? And just by being quiet in humbleness and peace, you'll get a plethora of information. It is your spiritual adventure, all of us, that we are on. It is always a spiritual adventure. It is nothing more than that. This enlightens you all the time. You're being filled with divine love, peace, joy, abundance. It literally asks you to talk and communicate with it more often. And whenever you need to discuss some of your spiritual adventures that you're going through on a day-to-day basis, it knows all about you. It knows everything about you. It knows you before you were you. This is your bestest of bestest divine energies, true friend, true love. And as you breathe out, breathing out all of the things that, maybe the fear, maybe the doubtfulness, maybe the distraction. Oh, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, maybe I'll have the conversation next week. Oh, I don't have time to do it now. Oh, maybe I just won't do it. Maybe it's just a silly thing anyway. All of these coming in through the mind ego happens to us every split second. Now, you know from every molecular part of you, every bit, every existence of you, that this ultimate divinity that you're connected to is always there, is never in judgment, and is so masterful, it will give you limitless direction in the most protective, loving, powerful, expeditious way. We move into our heart mind. We float above our heart. We are immediately merged with our higher self, our spirit, our God spark, our soul. We become one. This connection opens up the conduit that you have been blocking through the mind ego to continually communicate whenever you choose on a regular basis with the ultimate divine master of masters. You are heaven. You desire heaven on earth. The divinity within your body is the heaven. The body is the earth. By merging the two, they both become firmly aware that paradise is the next step of existence on this planet. Earth, Christa Gaia. We are all surrounded and protected with a perfect sphere of the ultimate divinity, deep eternal love. We are embraced by Mother, Father, God, by Prime Source Creation, God, by our family, the emerald green flaming healing light, Archangel Raphael, the purple, violet, blue flaming light of Archangel Michael, the violet ray, the purple transmuting flame, the white fire, the golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God, Mother, Father, God's deep eternal love. 24/7, always protected. Anything that tries to breach this field that is not of deep eternal love is immediately vaporized. Arm in arm, hand hand in hand, we form our circle of light. And we think about this. We begin to create a globe. It's like if you've ever used a bubble wand and you pour a solution, you dip in a solution and you flow it through the air, and it can create big bubbles, multicolored. Some of them stay up quite a bit before they pop. Well, with our circle of light, from both the top of it and the bottom of it, and its entire circumference, from below, we begin to create a liquid golden ocean bubble from underneath it. And as the way is the same above, below, side to side, as we begin to move up above the planet. So picture this in the visual of the bubble wand as it completely moves up and encases this planet Earth. And we see this shimmering, reflecting, divine of divineness energy of the Grand Master of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. And as we're doing this, we immediately call upon all of the light energy beings of the highest divinity, of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, from all of the universe's densities, dimensions, and existences, and they come in massive numbers, multiple gigaplexes, and they fold in to this circle because they are part of this generating golden bubble, shimmering and flowing effortlessly, as almost like a massive ocean, but in circular form. And they come and they merge, and the ocean becomes even more gold and reflecting, and almost a prism, a multitude of colors and fire flames coming off of it. We thank them. They thank us. We embrace. We are humbled. We stay in humbleness. They stay in humbleness. We are in peace, and we are connected to the ultimate divinity. We call upon all of the archangels, the seraphim, the cherubim, the archetypes, all of them, all of the angels who are the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love of the highest divinity, and peace and tranquility. And they flock in. And they can't wait to join in this creation, this circle of light, this halo of love, creating this massive, golden, fluid, flowing bubble. We thank them. We embrace them. We love them. We are in humble presence with them as they are with us. We call upon all of the inhabitants of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Terra Christa, who are in inner Earth, hollow Earth, beneath Earth, of the highest high in divinity, love, peace, humbleness, joy. And they join us immediately. They're drawn. We are all drawn to become the one. We are pieces magnetized. Our truth is being together as one. Our power is omnipotently beyond the beyond. The meta, meta, meta. And we are thankful for them, and we embrace them, and we love them, and they love us. We are humbled. And picture this golden fluid sphere, this bubble encasing the planet, and our halo of light intensifying, expanding, getting brighter and brighter as we move above the planet. We call upon all the ascended masters of the highest divinity, of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, in peace and abundance and joy and humbleness and bliss. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Sananda Jesus, Saint Germain, El Morya, Abundancia, Maitreya, all of the ascended masters ascended out of body. And they come. They join us. They cannot not come. And they blend in with this divinity, this highest, this ultimate of divineness. Our light gets brighter and grows. The conduit of the halo, the circle, expands. We are humbled by their presence. We love them. They love us. They are wonderful. We feel them. We feel them all. We interact. We become one, merged in this ultimate divinity. We call upon all of those off-worlders who have been assisting this civilization in its evolution, in its enlightenment, in its ascension, in its freeing itself from bondage, of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, and peace, humbleness, and kindness. And they join us gladly. They merge with us. It makes no difference what their physical vessels are, for we are all divine sparks of the creation of all creation, of the ultimate divinity, of the highest of high. And we are thankful, and we expand with this joining. We're humbled as they are. We call upon all of our loved ones who have left the body in this life, and in past lives, and in all lives that we have existed in. And they are of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love. And we will assist them any way we can so that they are connected with the highest high, the ultimate divinity, the master of all grandmasters, the creation of creation. And they are with us. We embrace them, and we hold them, and we love them as they do us. And they are with us in this light, in this energy, and this divinity. And we thank them as they do us. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and in this planet at this time. The fairies and the sprites, the elves and the gnomes, the trees, the elements, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaids, the dolphins, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, all of them. They come in massive numbers. They are drawn, as we all are, to be one with all of this, we have completely encased this planet in a thick fluid of shimmering gold, with a multitude of colors. We see the merging of the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. We see the merging of the purple, blue, violet fire light of Archangel Michael. We see the white fire. We experience it. Purple transmuting flame, the violet ray, and the golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God, of Mother, Father God, our family. You can see this and feel it in your heart mind as it expands. We look up and we see this meditative sphere, astronomically massive, setting center circle, as our circle in 360 degrees waves out in bands of this multicolored light of divinity and love, and peace and kindness. As it goes out through the solar system, through the galaxy, through the universes, out and out to the ribbon of creation, to the divinity of divinity. We feel it's a rain, it's soft drops coming on our head, saturating us from head to toe, inside and out, both our etheric body and our physical body. Expanding, saturating, flooding us, filling us with humbleness, with gratitude, with the deepest connection to the grandest of all masters, the ultimate divinity, the ultimate God. However you decide to name this source, always there for us, always communicating with us. We must be in peace and quiet, in silence, and humbled, and in gratitude and thankfulness. And our communication will expand exponentially. Always. We look at the bubble that we've created, that all of us have, from all areas and all existences. And it is a bubble, this ocean of gold, this reflection, and this shimmer as we watch it. And we see all of our brothers and sisters and all life on this planet, in it, on it, around it, above it, below it. And this ocean, this beautiful liquid color of gold, nothing compares with it on this planet. It is the goldest of gold. It is the most highest reflection. And as it surrounds this entire planet and all life, it begins to infuse itself with all life, with the entire civilization. It begins to flood everything and saturate everything and eliminate all of these lower frequencies, of these self-directed negativity, of all of the turmoil. It just floods and saturates. Watch it, and as it comes in, it sticks. It does not wash off. It sticks. It adheres to the very molecular structure of all of us. It communicates with our divinity within these bodies. It embraces us. It is infusing. Its power is omnipotent, unmatched. Nothing can hold to it in a negative energy, a low frequency. It is absolutely obliterated, replaced with the highest divinity. Watch as this occurs. Watch as it literally saturates we, us, all of us, endlessly. Worries, stresses, fears. Opens up the conduit of communication in a peaceful, humble, joyous, with the ultimate divinity, the source of all sources, creation of all creation. It is absolutely spectacular. Bristling, glowing, saturating and flooding. And the more aware we become, and the more love we are, and the more we communicate with our highest high, with the ultimate divinity, with the master of all masters, in anything, in any guidance, in any direction that we would like to have assistance in, it is there. Always has been. It is never to leave. It is part of us. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. reach this on a deeply, deeply understanding of ourselves, our path to enlightenment, divinity, peace, joy, prosperity, power, humbleness is imminent. This is our counsel, who has always been with us. We should have no fear, no negatives, just openness and humbleness to move in the direction of direct, loving communication with the highest high of divine spirit light, of love, joy, abundance, anything that you may be challenged with, anything. Surrender yourself to you deep within. Move into the now, the quiet, the humbleness. Quiet yourself. And then communicate through your heart mind. Not the mind ego,